Hey, what's going on, YouTubers, gamers, and hobbyists? And I'm going to record another episode of On the Bench with Pete today. And today I'm going to be working on my Ravenwing bikers here. See, these guys here. And I want to be essentially concentrating on the guns and the metal parts. Yes, I know I've already done the exhaust to the edges, but that was a different type of paint. See, I want to do the guns with, if I can find it, lead belcher, and then I'm going to be probably highlighting them with runefang steel. But I did the rest of the bike's metal in iron breaker because it's a little bit brighter. I wanted them to be a bit brighter on those parts. So, but now what I'm going to do is tilt the camera down. Then it's just going to be me rambling. So obviously this is not a tutorial or anything like that. It's just going to be me rambling on about a load of stuff. And I thought I'd do this episode without the microphone. I thought I'd just use the built-in microphone because I'll try and eliminate some of that hissing sound. I'm sure it's the cheapy microphones I've got. Anyway, I'm going to be using my wet palette for this because I'm going to be using a lot of this paint. So just shake it up here. Then I'm going to be working on these guys. I think they'll look alright once they're all painted up and nice and bright, and as they should be, and so on and so forth. Alright, let's get a lump of that lead belcher on there, like so. Right, so that's my cheapy brush used to glob the paint out of the pot. I'm just sticking him in the pot of water now. Right, now find the brush I want to use to do this with fine detail. I think maybe I'll use the Army Painter Precise Detail one. Yeah, I might use that one for a while. Okay, I got my paper towel there. Just see how this goes for a bit. I'm not watering down the paint because it's on the wet palette. It tends to naturally water it down anyway. So I'll see how I go with this for a moment. So yeah, I thought I'd try this. Try this out. This kind of just paint along with me, really. So that's what it's kind of designed for. These on the bench episodes for you to work on your own projects. So, well, listen to me go on about this stuff, I suppose. A bit like Chill with Pete, but I just want to be a bit more productive, hopefully. So the little tip here, when you're trying to do precise detail, not that this is specifically precise, but I don't want the lines to get wonky. The tip is don't hold your breath when you're doing it, because that does tend to make you go wrong, I find. That's just my own personal experience. So I kind of say don't hold your breath as you're doing it. Now I may put another light on in a moment. In fact, I'm going to do it now. So I'm just reaching over, trying to turn on another light, because the more light the better. There we are. So that's that. Another light. That's better. The more light I get, the better I feel. The more confident I feel as well. So I like light. If you need to put your model on its side like I'm doing now at any time, then I don't see the problem with that. It reduces handshake or anything like that. So yeah, this is my Ravenwing, as you can see. Now this isn't the Ravenwing I got with my box set. My Ravenwing still look like that, unpainted. No, I got, and they're not glued onto their bases like these are. I got these Ravenwing from eBay. It's amazing the amount of people who who split up their box sets and sell them off separately. I'm actually waiting for a Broodlord from the Space Hulk box set board game that I ordered from someone. I'll tell you why I've ordered that. It's because I want to have a go at putting him on, converting him up to a Warhammer one with a Warhammer base, and so I want to have a go at doing the same as Chris has done on Mini Wargaming. So we'll see how successful I am with that, shall we? Certainly wasn't going to use the Broodlord from my own Space Hulk set because I want that to be as is. I don't know if it's going to be similar to if they're going to do a new Broodlord or what they're going to do, really. Maybe the new Broodlord will be the same. I don't know. Either way, I've got to learn. I've got to work on my conversion skills and things like that. So I figure by having a crack at it, I can at least be learning as well. And yeah, once I get these guys painted up, on to my Chaos dudes. I'm spending some time on them. Sometimes it's really difficult to see light-wise what you're doing, you know? And this precise detail brush seems to be okay. Army Painter one. It's quite a new one. I tend to use Army Painter brushes or GW brushes more than anything else. So, yeah, I've got the odd Humbrol one and a couple of others, different makes, but on the whole it's usually Army Painter and GW brushes that I use. Not that many amazing painter or anything like that. I think I do okay. I know a bad paint job when I see one. And yeah, although I get the odd model that I think, I just don't like that. You know, my own work. On the whole, I'm fairly happy with what I can do. You know, get a reasonable tabletop standard, and that's the thing, isn't it? Everybody's. Let me take this ring off a minute. Take my wedding ring off, just so it doesn't keep clanging on the glass mat here. Everybody's tabletop standard is different, isn't it? Or I think it is. Yeah, in hindsight, I probably should have done these metal bits first, but there you go. Hey ho. First time painting on oil. I'm still fairly new at all this malarkey. So yeah, I'm excited to get this army done, and then get the chaos one done, and I can have a go at playing through some of the Dark Vengeance missions. Then I believe there's some missions in the book you get with it. If not, I'll make my own up. But yeah, I'm super excited to be getting a new camera soon. That means I can do better videos. Yeah, just really excited about that. And obviously, the better videos I can do, the more I learn. Because I'm learning stuff all the time, especially with the whole video making aspect of YouTube. I like these sort of raw videos with little or no editing, I have to say. But there's something to be said for editing a video, making it look nice and pretty and all that good stuff. Just don't shake. You'll find that you're doing a really nice straight line or edge or something. It's going really well. You just get to the last bit, and then I don't know, for some inexplicable reason, your hand judders or some such. Even if it doesn't, something happens. Your arm slips off your leg or something. I don't know. I said I'd be rambling. So, yeah. So if I can get these guys done, I suppose in many ways I'm kind of copying what Mini Wargamer J does with his Paint with J series, and I shamelessly admit that. Yeah, I admit it. Because I like that series. I like his channel. I like what he does, and I particularly I like the Q&J series because I tend to watch things like that, like Matt Sit and Talk on Mini Wargaming. I like that kind of video. I tend to watch those like when I'm in bed and I can't sleep because of my MS or whatever. I just like to listen. It helps me focus on something else, and that's cool. But when I'm working, I don't know. Although I'm not really watching or paying that much attention to the video, I like the fact that someone else is painting along as well, or assembling, or doing something. It makes me feel better. I don't know. It's just can't explain it. It just seems better. So, what I think I might do in the near future is set myself a painting challenge, a bit like Jay did with his orcs and necrons and all that kind of stuff. So I think that would be good. I mean, what he's proved, even if you don't meet your deadline, what it does prove is that it increases your productivity, and that can only be a good thing. Increases your productivity, and it will quickly enable you to get your army together, use it in showcases, battle reports, games, whatever you want to do with it. Stick it on the shelf, whatever. But you'll feel that much more accomplished, I'm sure. I mean, all my stuff. It's not. I've got a lot. Well, compared to some people, I don't have much stuff, but I think I've got a lot of stuff. I've got a lot of stuff. Not a lot of it. Not a great percentage is complete, I have to say. I wish it was. So perhaps if I set myself these little challenges, they will be. Oh, yeah, so I might look into that. Yeah, I might do it with the Chaos Army, I think. That would be a more viable option. Take all the cultists to do and stuff. They can take a long time, I imagine. A bit like when I come to paint my Zombicide up. It's going to be a similar story. There's quite a lot of minis in that. And again, I might have to set myself a challenge, which is fine. So it's doing a bit of a tricky bit here. Thinking about it, I should have I'll turn this light off a bit now. Thinking about it, I should have forgot what I was going to say now. Yeah, done the lights first on these Raven Wing. The lights on the bike at the front here. But I'm using the white palette, so it's fine. I can come back to do this. Not a problem. Yeah, that's wandering there. Got to do the centre bit as well above the light and lead belcher. Yeah. It's funny, you don't think a model like a bike would take all that long really to do. But when you get onto it, it does seems to take up a lot of time. I mean, I really like the look of the bikes. Once they're on the tabletop, I think they look fantastic. And I believe I've said before, I don't care if they're not particularly effective. I tend to be someone that prefers the look of something. If it looks good, it is good in my eyes. I don't really care about the rules side of it, just what looks good. You know, I'm not turning into a serious player. I can't say I ever will, to be truthful. But some people get really upset about things like that. I think the guns done on that one. Oh, guns on the bike. There's bolter now. Yeah, lots of little detail. Sorry if you can hear that whooshing sound. That's just the fan on my computer. Hopefully it's not too bad. Yeah, I can get myself a better mic, then I can look at getting a better sound quality in the videos, and that'll be good. Anything which ups the quality is going to be good. So yeah, I think next year's going to be a good year for my channel, hopefully anyway. Well, I don't mean getting subscribers or anything like that. I mean the quality of videos. Although I hope I can get more subscribers and things that give me more motivation to do these videos. I really get a big kick out of getting comments from you guys or whatever, emails and things. I really love it. Kind of makes my day. What else? There's bits and pieces you just don't think of to actually get down to it. Yep. Good grief, man. Loads of it. I think I'm almost there for Christmas this year. Kind of almost there. That's why I'm getting this stay on. yeah, I think I'm almost there preparation wise for Christmas this year. I'm sure there's always going to be something which comes up. You think, oh, I haven't got that, or I need to do that, but on the whole, I'm kind of hoping I'm done. Yeah, I think I am mostly. Posted off some cards today, so that was good. First lot out of the way. I'm going to worry about it then. Blah, blah, blah. Right now, just got the end of his bolter to do. Top. Oh, so the bits on there to do as well. Yeah, it's finicky. Got like a small bolter, like a bolter pistol or something. I don't know. Oh yeah, he's got that as well. Just looking at my other Dark Angels rider. When I got these, he didn't have a plasma gun, so I had to give him a plasma gun. Not this one, but the other model. I wanted a plasma gun. Well, I don't know. I know they get hot and everything, but I don't know, they're just so cool for taking out things like outbreaks and whatever. Yeah, if it gets hot and blows up in your face, oh well, that's the gamble, isn't it? I'll risk it. So don't bother me. So know that about me. I will risk it. So obviously the person that got this originally thought I'm not the sort of person to risk it gets hot rule. I'll take the bolter off and replace it with something else. I can't forget what he replaced it with now, but I thought, nah, as soon as I got it, I thought we'll get a plasma gun back on there with haste. Okay, we're in good shape now. Right, yeah, this guy here. Let's see, I'll show you as an example. This is my original from my box set. See the plasma gun he's got here, and the plasma gun this dude's got. I don't know if you can see actually. I can't even see the screen. He's got like a small one there. This one's got a bigger plasma gun. Anyway, back to Christmas. I've got a load of stamps in. So because my wife will have some cards to write out as well. So I haven't done my, apart from my mum and my sister, I haven't, apart from my mum and my sister, I've done everybody else that I can think of in the family and posted them off. And luckily I was able to recycle some stamps. They don't seem to frank them so much these days, and you get it in the post. You can reuse them, which surprises me because I used to work for Royal Mail. I used to be quite hot on that sort of thing. That's the way it goes. Times a change. I think I can say I work for Royal Mail now. I'm not under any clause not to mention it. worked for them for 11 years. And, yeah, now I don't. And Christmas was always the best time to work there, though, 'cause it was a lot busier, and I don't know, I've always preferred being busy in work. Makes the day go so much quicker. And, yeah. So, incidentally, these Raven Wing bikes that I got here, well, I wanted to do them in like a traditional colour scheme, like they're black. The only trouble with that is, you probably can't see this here, I'm not showcasing these as models anyway, like I say, it's just a rambling video, but the only trouble with that is, your tyres are black, and I've always done tyres black. That just makes for a very boring model of everything. Pretty much everything is black on it. But what I've done is instead of having the tyres black, I did them in Rhinox hide, so kind of almost black, but enough of a difference to, I don't know, make it stand out a bit more, I think. I know you don't get brown tyres, but I think for visual purposes, it will suffice, because it just makes it look that much better, I think, against the rest of it being black. It just makes them stand out a little bit more. I don't think anybody will mind. I don't mind. There you go. Yeah, so fiddly with these bits here. Yeah, I probably should have done these bits first. I will know for next time when I do the next ones. Yeah, definitely. I'll definitely do the metal bits of the gun first. Yeah, that I will. Something I want to try in the future. I don't know whether it will be next year or what, but is airbrushing. That'll be fun. Obviously, start with bigger model. I'll work my way down, because obviously the smaller model is going to be a bit more tricky. At least that's the way I imagine it would be. Yeah, airbrushing. I shall have to. Well, I may get some crappy models from eBay to practice on. Well, whenever that is, anyway. I'm in no rush to do that. Although I do want to at some stage. I'm not in any great rush to. Heck, why move on to a different technique when you haven't mastered the one you do yet? I haven't mastered brushing yet, so I know I can do better. So I'll wait until I can. It'll be a long time, I think. Oh, I really need to airbrush that. Although I've got to admit, airbrushing does seem to blend wonderfully well. There's no doubt about that. When I watch tutorials on YouTube, and people blend their colours using an airbrush, I mean, you can't top that. That really is awesome stuff. I'm just double checking if I've done one. Alright, okay. I keep looking. I want them to be kind of the same. Yes. All praise for this wet palette, because there's going to be a lot of paint left over else. thankfully I can just put the lid on and come back to it. Yeah, that's one of my great learning experiences this year would be the wet palette, I would say, and I'd recommend it to anyone. I really would. Don't get me wrong, I still use small palettes, but when I'm dealing with something like a really small model or just one off, or I just want to paint his face or his arm or gun or whatever, I'll revert back to a small palette. So I find that easier, especially if it's a colour I know I'm not going to be going back to in any great hurry. Whereas like this one, you know, gunmetal or lead belcher, sorry, gunmetal's the army painter equivalent. Lead belcher, I know that I'll be using it again, probably sooner rather than later. So yeah, it makes sense to use a wet palette for that one. Okay, all right, white on there. You know, I hate it when I see mistakes I made earlier, but I didn't notice at the time. It's quite irritating. Still, everybody makes mistakes. And that's one thing about watching someone paint there and then, as it were, rather than like a tutorial where it's all been edited and speeded up and goodness knows what else. The Blue Peter act on it, here's one I made earlier. Have a look at how it should turn out. Of course, you can never do it. Yeah, you can. I'm just joking. Not about Blue Peter though. Anybody remember Blue Peter? I'll never forget the Tracy Island, Thunderbird's Tracy Island episode, as I like to refer to it as. And it's one of the worst ones, I think, for watching them try and do the particular phase of the model making, get frustrated and kind of brush it on something. Well, anyway, you should end up with something like this and refer then to the one that's been done, probably by a professional model maker. Clearly they got no clue as to what they're doing. It doesn't bode well for the viewer, does it? Really. Because I was heavily into Thunderbirds when I was a small child. Anybody remember that? Or am I just the only old git on here? Thunderbirds, the original I'm talking about, the string puppets and that, you know? Right. I love that program. I used to reenact it with my toy Thunderbird to reenact disasters, my cars and things. And it was kind of my first experience of role playing, I suppose. Most kids role play something to some degree, cowboys and Indians or whatever, you know, whatever it may be. At some point, we've all done role playing to some extent. Painting his grenades. What else do I want to paint on this? Precise detail. It's precise detail, alright. Car, yeah, it's done very small bits on it. Yeah. So this is the barrel there. almost there with this guy, which is cool. So I've got one left. Looking at the time, yeah, I might have enough time to sort of do him. And this is cool. As I said, I'm kind of stealing the paint with J idea. I think it's a brilliant idea because not only do I get to make a video, I get some painting done too. I feel relaxed, and hopefully you guys will get some painting done as well. Starting looking a lot better already, I think. Yeah, probably black. It doesn't show up very easily. Got a black model. Right, on the next model now. Last one. Just move the cursor a bit. Stop my screensaver kicking in. Well, it doesn't stop the camera or anything. I like to be able to see what's going on. Well, I can see what's going on well at the moment anyway because the screen's tilted down. But I know that I know that I should be in camera shot, hopefully. Kind of been thinking about what other series of videos I can do next year. I'm quite pleased with the ones I've got. My P&Q series, I suppose, is my favourite one. Well, actually, I have joint favourite on that. P&Q and chill with Pete, I suppose, because I love to chill. A cup of coffee and just talk about my week. I'm rambling now. Whether I'll do a chill with Pete this week or not, I don't know. This might take the place of it, but I might still put it up today. Who knows? Who knows? Yeah, I think you don't want more than one rambling video in a week, so I'll kind of do one or the other. On the bench with Pete, I think is kind of more productive. And that's not to say I won't do any more chill with Pete, because I will. But right now, I'm going to get these guys done. I've just finished my Celestine, the Living Saint model from Dr. Sororitas. I'm just waiting for the base to. I've put her on one of the bases that came with the model. Choice of two, a small one and a large one. I've had to use green stuff to kind of secure her on it, so I'm just kind of waiting for that to set. Once that has, I shall seal her in probably with, I don't know, I might use a satin varnish, I'm not sure. Yeah. I won't use gloss. These guns on these bikes look alright actually when you put the metal bits on them. When I first saw the Dark Angels, I loved them, but I wasn't very keen on the guns. I thought red gun was a bit nah. But once you actually get down to it, I think it looks alright. Hair or something on the model, might come off the brush itself. I hate it when that happens. Okay, that's one side done. Bolted goods, double bolted goods. Yeah, I can't remember. Does this give them twin length? I think it does. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it does. Forgive me if I ramble utter nonsense, especially about rules which everybody should know. How careful you go, you always go over again and tidy it up. Oh well, such is the nature of the beast. I had brunch today. I skipped breakfast and had brunch. Sort of crumpets and peanut butter. Not that you really wanted to know that. I suppose I'm absently thinking about food, although not consciously thinking about food. Trying to watch what I eat, lose a bit of weight and stuff, and feel a bit better. This painting helps to do that. Just takes your mind off things. Oops, got my brush. Yeah, it's good job I've got these lights, because it's pretty dark outside. Yeah. It's quite annoying when you drop your brush like that. Especially if you've just got a bit of paint on it. You drop it on your carpet or whatever, whatever. I suppose you should put something down, like one of those plastic mats around your workstation. I might invest in one actually. Not that the carpet around it's that great anyway, but slow down the degradation, as it were. Almost there with this side of the gun. Now Jay's painting with Jay episodes, they kind of go for quite a while, and I can see why he decides to cut them off sometimes. It does take a long time to render and upload these videos on YouTube. Even today, these by today's standards, it takes a while. In the old days, it would have been impossible to do videos of this length. It just took too damn long to upload. In fact, I can remember the first time I tried to upload a video on YouTube ever. I automatically assumed there was something wrong with YouTube, so it's just taking so long. The video was only about 10 minutes anyway. And I thought, stuff like that, Right. So, just getting the backs of his knees there, with like the armour's a bit softer. On this side, don't have a gun on this one, we've got a sword which I've got to look at and decide. Just need grills on the backpack. And I've got to decide what bits are going to be metal. Okay, right. Oh, he's got a grenade as well. Just seen that there now. There's quite a bit of lead belcher, gunmetal areas on models like this, isn't there? More than you realise when you see it. Looking at some of the orcs, they got quite a bit, some of them. Right. I think we're going to know that bit. Right, this is a tricky bit on this sword here, so I'm doing a power sword, the chain sword they call them. Yeah, chain sword, not chainsaw. There's a lot of cutting edges with this one. And once that's done, I think I'll call the video here, because what are we on now? 47 minutes. That's just going to take ages to upload and render. Oh, I don't want to. I just want to give you a video that you could play along if you want to paint along with me. I just thought I'd give it a go. You know, it seems to work for other people. Yeah. So it's not a very exciting video, but you know, I can just ramble on about stuff to you and get to know me a bit better and all that kind of stuff. I don't know if I have managed to eliminate the hissing sound as much as I would have liked, but you know, whatever. Okay, I think we're just about there. Yeah, I think it's looking pretty good. Okay, so right. Alright, so yeah. There we are. 1, 2, 3. Looking good. Okay, so well, I hope it hasn't been too boring for you guys. I'll just turn this light off. It's better. It's not confusing the poor camera. It says my battery's low anyway, so I'm going to call it here. I hope that was okay for you guys. I probably won't do too many ones like that. I just want to give it a go because it's kind of good. But if you like it, I'll do more of them, and I'll try and talk more during. Sometimes I forget where I am and what I'm doing. Anyway, until the next time, guys. Carry on being awesome and happy wargaming.